Well, hello everyone. This is your week 3 overview, and this is actually going to be a short one because we worked on two things last week, and both of those things took extensive time. So the first one is the PTA's, the National PTA's reflection contest. So every year, the National PTA, so the entire United States, does a reflection contest. And the reflection contest is usually a theme that has it's a big question, it's a big thought. And this year's theme is I matter because, or I'm important because. That's the theme, okay? And they leave it very, very open ended, meaning there's not a specific rubric. They want to see what you come up with. And the artwork will be collected in the following categories: visual arts, including graphic art, graphic design, dance, creative writing, which would be fiction or nonfiction, film, photography, music composition, and music composition means an original composition, or if you decide to do something like a mash up, then you would give credit to the artist you were mashing up with. So if I decided to do an original composition, but like looped Prince or something behind it, I would just have to make sure that I gave credit to Prince. Um, Several people have asked me, hey, can I write this song, but then have somebody else sing it? Absolutely. If you are doing it though with, say it's like two different people in the class, like not somebody from outside of the class, then one of you would submit the song for consideration if you were the one that wrote it, and the other person would submit it for voice. Okay, so just know that that's how it works. You wouldn't submit it together as a team. That's how I'm reading it, anyways, from what they're saying. Okay, so there's going to be a entry form that you're going to be filling out, and it's very easy to fill out. It's just got like your name, grade, age, classroom, your parents' name, email, mailing address. And then it just lets you know that the ownership of your submission shall remain the property of the entrant. The same thing happens when I like submit writing. I own my story, but I give them permission to use it, to put it in a magazine or an anthology or whatever it may be. And then it asks that you write an artist statement. It says in 10 to 100 words. I would put it somewhere in between that, and I'll show you like how to do that. And then it says describe your work and how it relates to the theme. So when you write that, you want to make sure that you write it in a way that it really explains your theme. And that's a short amount of words. So you have to really explain how your work relates to the theme. And some of the things that I said in class was that, you could create something like, I matter because. It could be something specifically about me, or you might be like a photographer that does the theme, I matter because, and you show different groups of people in the United States and why they matter. So, something to think about as you're working. Oh, you're all trying to come into class right now. You could hear beeping away. The second thing that I asked you to do in week 3 is I asked you to do the college and career ready assessment for Pearson. It's the first assessment I'm asking you to do because I want to know where you're at. Where you're at. Last year, we left in March. Everything became very fragmented. People were doing their best to teach, but it was basically triage. And so I need to know where you're at. And in that way, I can look at the data from what you know and what you don't know, and I can streamline this online process so that we're not repeating things that you already know, and I can teach you a lot of cool things that you don't. Okay, so those were the two things that you were supposed to do. You were supposed to spend some good quality time brainstorming and considering the PTA's reflection contest, because that's our first required arts-based project for the class. And as of right now, I need to see something by October 9th. By October 9th, that's the date. And then the college and career ready assessment, you should have finished that by the end of the week. Okay? All right. Have a wonderful day. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.